Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe to the channel. We're looking at the new Foch 155, which is, it's not really a new Foch. It's the regular Foch, but with 2 shots, an autoloader. Yes, that's quite right. There was a bit of an outcry when the Foch 155 was added to Blitz because it lost the autoloader, which it has on console, which it has on PC, and it was just a single shot YOLO wagon French style with a really thick armored front plate, good mobility but paper sides, and of course 640 Alpha, big gun at the front. The autoloader does not lose its alpha. It is still a big gun, 640 per shot, and yeah, that's really funny to have, because that also allows you to pump out a lot of damage. 1280 burst on AP, 1090 on heat, and 1920 on your HE average, provided you hit all shots and penetrate them, obviously. So yeah, that's wicked. That's really wicked. Actually, at the moment, this tank packs a better DPM with the autoloader, and that was quite surprising to see. Why is that surprising? Usually, the autoloading tanks get a bit of a balancing factor in there, because the autoloader allows you to play with burst damage, and that is usually coupled to a lower DPM, but not for the Foch at the moment. Make no mistake, this is not the Foch 155 that will be in the game. Why is that? This is from the open test server, which is also why I play like a muppet. Not due to ping. The ping was actually fine, it's on the RU server. But the controls were just that little bit different from my own controls, so I was sometimes just clicking the screen and then not firing, which was one of these games actually, or rather this game. I just played stupid here. Missing a few shots. I was hoping to shoot that STB, but I just misclicked, and then I bounced, which is good. But I'm going to get killed in the end as well. The FV 4202 tries some hash rounds on me, but the front of the Foch, that is really good. Misi has already got a video out on 6.2. Omonit has been streaming a little bit. I will provide links in the description below. But yeah, the Foch 155 with the autoloader, I think that's it might be a bit OP to people who know how to play that tank, because like said, you do have that 1280 on average in a magazine, and 2 Foches knocking about, just wreaking havoc, can be really devastating. And I think that it will change. There's no doubt in my mind that it will change. It doesn't work. On the other hand, if you catch a Foch alone, you have a slightly longer reload. It's not massive. I mean, for the one-shot Foch you get 15.34 seconds of reload, and for a magazine reload on the autoloader you get 17.26. So that is, yeah, how much? About 2 seconds longer for a shot more. 2,503 DPM versus 3,158. That's 1 shot more with an autoloader. I can't imagine this staying like it is. You do see here that my friendly FV 405 is next to me and then getting hammered, and I missed that shot on the T57 heavy tireless. That's also due to the fact that this account is completely new. There are no crew skills on it, so it does show you what the tank, and then just the tank, can do. It's a good vehicle. It's a great vehicle. It has got that gun. The size of the Foch itself are really bad, and because it's really bad, you can get a cheat in the side and in the rear by a grill, by an FV405, by a Death Star, by the Foch itself. And yeah, that's even more devastating. That's even more devastating. But then again, you can see that if you have the tank in a good position, held down, you can bounce shots. You can get 4k damage easily. So yeah, it is balanced. It is still pretty darn strong. And I'm going to show you how to play the Foch, I think, in a way. I'm not too good at these big tank destroyers, to be honest. But this is one thing. I mean, you can see that shell burst popping up. That means that the Foch destroyer has already shot. I can then put a shot in onto the T-57 heavy and bounce, and then I'm going to roll back. With the autoloader, if it keeps it, it will be a tank that you will want to use on a flank, but also put it into a position where you get some support. Preferably from a medium tank that will cover your ass, or another tank destroyer. But yeah, just don't roll out on your own. Why is that? There's also a tank like the FV405 now on the red team. They can be on greens as well, but they're on red at the moment. There it is. Hello FV, hello shitbomb. I'm going to load my HE. I'm packing only 6. I think you might want to pack a bit more, and I should have just shot AP here. I was hoping to shoot him in the engine deck, but I only do some track damage, and you can see that you can penetrate an FV405 in the back with HE. But yeah, if you're not sure, then just shoot AP. And he's on a longer reload. He's got that traditional autoloader. I have it too, obviously. But these tanks, they might be very much able to really put a hurting on you and take you out. And can I shoot him again? Yes, we can. Lovely stuff. Straight through the front, taking him out. Then this FE comes in and he bounces on my gun mantlet. I bump into him. I do not track him in place, which is a bit unfortunate, but using an HE shell on the engine deck, hopefully. Come on the turret. No. Turret. Yes, engine deck. Come on, Martin, shoot. Ah, only tracks again. I tracked him. Shoot him. Yes, there's someone else who shot him. I'm getting a bit of damage. He has a lot of broken stuff. You're trying to use a Premo round, but then one bounces. And I survive miraculously. So, as said, this is from Open Test. This is not a review. This is not a guide. But what people are saying to me, can you show me how this tank plays? And it's a fun one to play. I think if it will keep the auto, it will probably become the new YOLO wagon. They might need to do something either about the DPM of the single shotgun or nerf the rate of fire on the autoloader, which they will probably do. But it's I think it's a good addition to the game. I also like the fact that it's a how you gonna say it? It's an optional gun. You can choose either the autoloader or the big one. But as it is, it's just a no-brainer. Why would you want to play the single shotgun with this amount of damage? Yes, I know about free XP from a new account. Take a quick look here. There is, as said, 2 guns, a single shot one, and an autoloader. I'm just going to quickly flick through all the stats, and you can see you give up a bit of aiming time on the gun. Your dispersion is a bit better on a single shot, but damage per minute way lower. About 1 shot, 582. That's a lot. And your penetration values, they are the same. The gun depression is the same. The gun arc fairly small, the same. It's just, yeah, everything is basically the same, except for the fact that the autoloader has a higher rate of fire. And I think that the Foch itself at the moment is pretty well balanced. So we can take a look at blitzstars.com. Obviously, Wargaming have a far better set of data to take a look at. But if you're taking a look at tier 10 tank destroyers currently, the AMX Foch 155 has an average win rate of 55, which is a bit on the high side maybe. But it's only 1,264 players playing it, not a lot of them. If you're looking at the Grill, for example, that has a 51% win rate, but there's 8k players playing it, so that's 500% more. That really pushes down the numbers. The T110E3 has 55% win rate, 1,500 players playing the tank. And if you then take a look at the Optic 268, that has a 53% win rate, but 4,700 people playing it. So that one would balance out. If you're looking at the average damage, the damage ratio, the average kills, the Foch is right there in the middle of the pack. And maybe adding the autoloader will make it a more popular vehicle. And I haven't discussed it yet, and I have been figuring if it needed to be done, and I'm going to miss a few shots. Maybe I should have tried this one, and then I'm waiting here. I think, oh, there's someone else going to pop. I should have just stayed, then I would have had a better shot on this Foch, and I aim and I bounce on his rangefinder, which is unfortunate because now my team is dying. If the Foch is going to get an autoloader, then I think Wargaming might need to tweak the matchmaking a little bit. And what I mean by that is the following. I've had games where my team had no autoloaders, or maybe one, and Reds had like 4 or 5. If they combine themselves in just the one pack, they can just create an armored fist and just obliterate us. There's really nothing you can do about that. I think if you would have, say, like a Foch 155 platoon on Reds, or an FV405 in platoon, or 2 T57 heavies, you should have the same platoon on either team, not have 4 or 5 autoloading tanks on just one team. And I think it's going to work, because the game will be more fast-paced with tanks like this, with an autoloader, and that needs some balancing, some tweaking in the matchmaking. And as long as you can keep it, I mean, if they would do it 4 autoloading tanks on one team for one game, and then maybe another one later, that would be fine as well. But yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to really have it like it is now, where you could have 4 or 5 autoloading tanks on one team and then no autoloading tanks on the other team. Bad idea, in my opinion. Also, a bit of footage of gameplay we are going to watch now is, as you can see on Dynasty's Pearl. Yeah, Dynasty's Pearl. And it is again a, well, full quote-unquote match. 6 versus 6, which is fortunate. I've had a few open tests, and thank you E100. Boom! Pop coaster turret. Like that one, actually. But like I said, I've had a few earlier games on an open test server, or earlier bits of open test where after day 1 there was really nothing going on. Right now there was. And you can see what a Foch 155 can do. My Foch 155 is using an HE on the side of that destroyer. And yeah, me having my gun, the big gun, and then the other Foch is just, if you're able to unload your magazine on the enemy and combine it with another autoloading tank or a Foch 155 with an autoloader, then it is really funny, because here I'm just going to a little bit of ramming into the object 268, so he gets pushed to one side of the E100, and we're just going to tag team him. Boom! There we go, and then the Foch 155 gets rammed by the WZ-113 Bronze Warrior, and then he shoots me as well. There's a lot of things going on, and our E100 is slowly turning around, and I'm just backing up, back it up. 1400 damage blocked, shoot the WZ-113 again, and track him in place, 590, wiggle, bounce on the gun mentor, there we go, there was a heat shot I think, and the WZ-113 is saying something in Russian. He's not happy about it, shoots another shot, and then the E100 finishes off. And that's also the end of this preview video. The new Foch 155 might come with an autoloader in 6.2, but that remains to be seen. I'm quite a fan, but maybe the autoloader is a bit overpowered at the moment. My name is Martin Dogger. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you all on the next video. Cheers, happy tanking.